Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how I curl my hair using the Lee Stafford My Curling Tong. I showed this hair tool in my declutter series and someone requested a tutorial, so that's exactly what I'm doing today. This curling tong has some fab features such as a stand as it heats up. It has a clamper as you curl your hair, and it also has a 360 cord so you can curl in any direction. So if you're interested to see the results I get from using this, then be sure to keep on watching. So first up, I'm just taking my hair out of my bun and I'm just going to loosen that through and give it a brush with my wet brush. I rave about the wet brush so much, and I use it even when my hair is dry because I just find it so gentle on my hair, and it's just a product that I recommend everyone get. It's so soft at getting out knots and never pulls or tugs on my hair. Next up, I'm using the VO5 heat protection spray. Every product I talk about in this video will be linked down below. This is my favorite heat protection spray at the moment, and definitely recommend using heat protection spray before you use any type of heat product on your hair because it helps prolong the life of your hair. Something I learned the hard way. Next up, I'm just brushing that through my hair, just making sure that my hair is saturated and that there's no areas of my hair that aren't covered in that heat protection spray. I'll then leave that to dry. Once it's dry, I turn on the curling tong, and once it's on, the light at the front does come on to show you that it's heating up. Then I'm taking my heat protection glove. I use this more for protection for myself. It doesn't come with the curling tong, but as I had it in my drawer, I thought that I'd use it, but you definitely don't need to if you're not that fussed. For me, I'm clumsy, and so I like to have that extra level of protection for my hands. Next up, I'm just sectioning my hair, and I'm going to work on the bottom part of my hair first, and then I'm going to work up as I go along this video. So as you can see, there's a little clamp on the curling tong whereby you can secure your hair in place, and then you just twist the hair tong up. Because this is called My Long Tong, it's specifically made for long hair in mind, but of course will work with any hair length. It's just one of those, if you have long hair, you know the struggle of when you run out of wand and it becomes a bit of a mess towards the end. So this allows you plenty of space to do it on your hair. Next, I'm just unraveling that, being very careful not to touch my ear with that, and this is the result. So I just hold that in place whilst it cools down. I don't do this for all of my hair, but I find that the bottom section is the first to fall out a little bit, so this does help to cool it and also secure that curl and help your hair hold it for longer. I'm then going to continue doing that type of curl throughout the entire bottom section of my hair, just like I did the first time through. This is a very uniformed barrel, and so you're going to get the same curling effect from top to bottom, which means that your whole hair will have a very similar bounce to it, which is great if you like more bouncier beach waves. I did try the Tony and Guy hair curling tong before, which is more of a gradient, so it is larger at the bottom and then goes smaller at the top if you're interested in that video. The two give very different results, which I like having different options in my hair care drawer. Next up, I'm just putting the top section of my hair up, and then I'm going to work on the middle section of my hair next. So here again, I'm just continuing the same steps. You can change the direction in which you're curling your hair if you like, but I'm just following it this way because I find that the curls are very similar no matter which way I do it. I like the fact it secures your hair in place as you curl it because it's less awkward having to hold your hair, and it's just something that I do prefer because it makes my life that little bit easier. So don't worry too, at the moment it looks very structured and very tight. I am going to brush out my hair towards the end of this video, so I'll show you the results once I do that. But I just wanted to show you what it looks like straight off the bat using just this curling tong, because I know some people do like this really tight curl effect, but for me I do prefer something more bouncy, and you can achieve that too. Even though it looks a little bit intimidating now because it looks quite tight and structured, don't worry, I'm going to show you how you can transform this into a very natural bouncy blow dry type of curl. I absolutely do love the effect this gives. I do currently use my overnight curling method a lot more than I use this tool. So I'll leave that video linked above and down below if you want to check that out, if you want big bouncy curls that don't damage your hair. But I do like this if I have like an event or I'm going out or something like this. I do really like the type of curls that this curling wand gives me specifically. Next up, I'm just taking out that top section of my hair and I'm going to curl this, paying special attention to the front sections. I typically like the front of my hair to be a lot more tighter in curl and then let it drop back a little bit towards the back, which I find that this tool helps you achieve quite naturally. You don't have to think too much about that. And again, you'll see how that looks towards the end of this video. But I'm just continuing doing that throughout the entire top section of my hair, time-lapsing it through just to show you how it's achieved. But honestly, curling my hair with this tool probably takes about 15 minutes, so it's never too much time consumption. And also you can use different sections of your hair, so sometimes I'm taking bigger sections, sometimes I'm taking slightly smaller ones, and that controls obviously how tight the curl is. I had a bit of trouble with this front section because my hair is a little bit shorter in places, but I did get there in the end, and it makes having that clamp to hold your hair in place does make it a lot easier because you're not having to hold your hair at the bottom of the curling tong. And this is just a product that I've had in my hair care drawer for so long, and I dip in and out of using, but because someone requested a tutorial on the look you can achieve from it, I thought that it would be a great way to dig it out and show you how I achieve a really simple bouncy curl using a product that is really affordable. This curling tong is only about £20 and is often on some kind of offer, so do keep your eye out. So next up, I'm just having a look at the back of my hair using a mirror at the front and the back, just to see any sections that have either dropped out or I've missed during the curling process. There's always some. I never do it perfect the first time through, and I'm just taking those and I'm just holding those bits of hair into my mouth, which I definitely don't recommend. You can use a clip or something, but for me, I just thought it's just easier to show you how I do it in real life. So once all those sections are curled, this is what my hair looks like straight from using the curling tong but not brushed out. So as you can see, it's very kind of barreled, very structured, but trust me, I feel like it looks so much better when I brush it out. So you basically can use your fingers to brush it out. I'm going to be using my wet brush, and so again I'm going to show you how it changes it from very tight curls to much looser and bouncier curls, and I feel like brushing it out does give it a little bit more volume, which I really like. And you can be as hard on this as you want, so the more you brush it out, basically the bouncier and looser it goes. But if you find that your hair doesn't hold a curl for very long throughout the day, I would keep it a little bit tighter to start off with, and then it will naturally drop throughout the day. This is what I finished it up with. So as I mentioned before, you get those tighter curls at the front, and then towards the back it's a little bit looser, which I really like that style. I think it looks more natural and it looks particularly beachy too. And so this is what it looks like. I really love my hair being curled like this, but this is such a fun tool to play around with. You can then hairspray it in place if you again find that your hair doesn't hold a curl very well. I haven't done so in this tutorial, but it's definitely something I recommend if you're going to wear it throughout the day. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you have. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.